been a while since you guys have seen me, and I do apologize for that. I am also still on my grief journey, and I am learning new things. I'm currently taking a grief coaching class so that I can learn how to move through my grief, also while helping others. So I want to welcome you to Grief to Grace. I know it's been a while since I posted. Today I want to talk to you about rebuilding your identity after loss. Rebuilding your identity after loss. So, what do you mean, Dale? How do I rebuild my identity? And how do I know if my identity is missing? So, let's talk about it. Have you ever experienced loss and it felt like that person took a piece of you with them? Because I know when I lost my mom and my dad, it felt like a piece of me was gone, like a void was there, like something was missing. And I'm here to tell you, I have identified exactly why you go through that, why you're experiencing that, what that is. So, what that is, you had a relationship, you had memories tied to that person. And when that person is no longer with us, all you have left is the memories. You have routines tied to that person. Like I had a routine tied to my mom. When I was off on my 7 days, because I worked 7 days on, 7 days off. On my 7 days off, she saw me a lot more. We would sit down, we'd have our beverages, we'd talk, we'd watch TV, or whatever together. She'd cook, and that was our thing. That was our routine. That was our thing together, you know. So now that she's gone, that portion of my life, I don't have anyone else I'm going to do that with or share those moments with. So it feels like I've lost a part of me, because I really have. I've lost a part of me in that routine. I've lost a part of me in that bonding experience. I've lost a part of me with that communication, with that talking. I've lost a part of me with getting advice. You know, there's nothing like motherly advice, right? We tend to go to our moms for advice most of the time before we go to anybody. So that bond, that routine, that part of me is now gone. It's like it's lost. It's void. It's gone. There's nobody else there to replace that. So let's talk about it. So when we lose someone, we lose a parent, we lose a spouse, we lose a child, it changes us. It changes our identity. If you lose your spouse, you're no longer married. So now you're a widow or a widower. Okay? So now, years down the line, you want to start dating again, or you may remarry. Okay? So let's remember that what we're feeling is us losing that person and the person we were with them. We don't actually lose ourselves per se, but we do lose the person we were with them. You're not the same person with your spouse as you are with your guy friends or other friends. You're not the same person with your children that you are to your nieces or nephews. You're not the same person with your mom or dad that you are with your friends' parents or your spouse's parents. Okay? So we have routines, we have memories tied into those people when we lose them. And it makes us feel empty. It makes us feel like they took a portion of us with them, and they did. They really did. A portion of me went with my dad. A portion of me went with my mom. Because I'm never going to be able to open up to anyone else. Me and my dad would always point me back to the Word of God. No matter what I was facing, no matter what we go through, he would always come with a scripture. Even though that wasn't the answer he was looking for, but he would still give you an answer. But some type of way he was going to put the word of God in it. Okay? So that was just my dad. My mom was cutthroat. My mom was straightforward. She's going to tell you what she's thinking. She's going to tell you how she would handle the situation. She going to tell you, you a damn fool for putting up with that. She ain't going to cut it with honey. She was a straight shooter. She's going to hurt your feelings. You know, so if you want your feelings hurt, she was a person to go talk to. If you didn't, you would see it here, I'll talk to my mom. But I think she was just like that with her children and her close family members. I don't think she was like that with people. Because other people say, oh, your mama was like a breath of fresh air. I know it. Girl, who you talking about? I'll never forget that day that lady told us that. Who mama she met? Because she ain't met ours. I love you, mama. But anyway, so in this trying to learn who you are and how to move forward, you may begin to question your future. You may begin to question, where do you go from here? Okay? So let's say, for instance, you had dreams with your spouse, your fiance, your boyfriend, or whatever it is. And your dream was to build your dream house. And let's say all of a sudden they pass away. And now your dream is put on hold. You don't even know if you're willing or able to move forward with building this house. Because you've lost the person, my hair keeps sticking up, that you dreamed of building this house in this life with, right? So you may have dreams that were very meaningful to you, finishing college or going back to college or having kids or building your dream home or whatever. And then all of a sudden, you lose your loved one, this person, and now all that is put on hold because you're grieving, because you're hurt, because you don't know how to move forward. You feel stuck. You're like, how do I move forward when the person I planned my life out with is gone? They're no longer here. Okay? Grief can also change your personality. I am not the same person I was before I lost my parents. My personality has changed tremendously. Not in a bad way, but in a way that I no longer seek to do some of the things I was doing back then. Before I lost my mom, especially. A lot of things, going out, partying, have fun. None of that interests me anymore. Drinking doesn't interest me anymore. Just certain things, like being around certain people and certain companies, I'm just like, I'm not really into it anymore. So I can tell my personality has changed. I'm more quiet. I'm more observant of my environment and of people. I noticed that I prefer peace over company. You know, like, I kind of just like love my life. You see how quiet it is? Like, this is me. I'm finally at peace. So you may experience your personality changing. A lot of people, depending on the situation, tend to turn to substance abuse to cope with the pain. That is not a good coping mechanism. I want to advise you to seek help. Seek therapy from someone. Alcohol or drugs are never going to help you through a situation. It's going to dull it down, and then the next day you're going to have to deal with it. So my advice to you would be to seek help if you feel that you can't control your grief. If your grief has gotten to the point to where you need to talk to someone, I want to encourage you to seek help. There's nothing wrong with getting therapy. There's nothing wrong with talking to a grief coach. There's nothing wrong with talking to someone that can help you get your mind and your thoughts back under control and get your life back in order. That is why I am taking the grief coaching program. I'm taking it because I know there are people out there that need help. And I know what it's like to lose someone and you have thoughts that invade your mind that are sometimes not the best thinking for you. I know what it's like to hurt. I know what it's like to cry. I know what it's like to have grief burst, where you could be at work happy and your day is going good, and all of a sudden, you're boohoo crying. You're in the bathroom, you're crying. Because it's like that reality hits you all over again. That your loved one is gone. That person is no longer here. So that's why I'm seeking to upgrade my credentials to further myself in helping others. That's what I am designed to do. That's what I'm called to do. Some people become more introverted or reflective, or they even develop new interests as they process their loss. It's okay to find new interests now. It's okay to move forward. Moving forward is the hardest part in your grief journey. Learning to live without that person is one of the hardest parts in your journey. But it's possible. It is very much possible. Moving forward does not mean you're forgetting. Moving forward does not mean that you have forgotten. Moving forward does not mean that you did not love that person or care for that person. Moving forward means I'm going to take all the love and all the memories and all the things that they taught me or showed me forward with me on this journey. And I'm going to be a blessing to someone else. I'm going to be a stepping stone for someone else in their journey. I'm going to help somebody else with my testimony. I'm going to reach somebody with my testimony. I'm going to be able to tell somebody how I made it through when I lost my parents. When they feel like giving up, when they feel like throwing in the towel, when they feel like life is over, when they feel like they have nothing else to live for, when they feel like life is beating them down, when they feel like they can't go forward, when they feel like they're stuck, when they feel like their world is crashing down, I say, let me be the one to go forward to help them. Let me be the one to share my story on how I made it. I've asked God, allow me to be that person. Allow me to be that listening ear without even having to say a word. Allow me to be that person that they feel they can open up to, and they have no clue why. Because I've lived that, and I've went through it, and I'm still going through it, because I still have days when I cry, when I think about my parents, and I think about the fact that I'm really in this world by myself. I mean, I have my sisters, I have my brother, I have my children, I have my nieces, my nephews, my uncles, my cousins, I have my friends. But none of them could replace my mother or father. I have my stepdad, none of them could replace my father or my mother. So, moving forward, how do I rediscover myself after loss? The first thing you can do is acknowledge that it's all right to change. It's all right if you're no longer interested in the things you were interested in. It's all right if you pick up a new hobby. It's all right if you spend more time to yourself. It's okay. Acknowledge that change is okay. It's when the change begins to affect your life in a negative way that change is no longer okay. So acknowledge your change. If you're changing, acknowledge it. It's okay. As long as it's not detrimental to you or those around you. Change is a beautiful thing. I always think of the story of the butterfly, the caterpillar. How the caterpillar lives life and it goes through life. And one day it builds this cocoon or whatever it does, and it lives in this cocoon for who knows how long. And then it comes out as this beautiful butterfly. So on my journey, I tell myself all the time, I'm the caterpillar. And one day I'm going to be the butterfly. I'm going to be the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. I'm going to be magnificent. Because everything I've been through has built me. It has made me stronger. And I've accepted and acknowledged that it's okay to change. Change is a beautiful thing. You don't have to go back to who you were before you lost your loved one. I don't have to go back to being that party girl. I don't want to go back to being that party girl. I don't want to go back to the relationships I've been in that weren't good enough for me, weren't no good for me. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to go back. I'm too busy looking forward to go back. Grief transforms you, and that is part of the journey. Part of your journey with grief is that it's going to shape you. Now, whether you allow that grief to shape you into a better person, or you allow that grief to take over and destroy you, it's up to you. I want to encourage you to let that grief make you a better person. Let that grief make you stronger. Let that grief make you love more and harder. Let that grief push you to be the person that you know you can be. To be the person that your loved one will have wanted you to be. Okay? Reconnect with what makes you feel alive. Before I lost my parents, I used to craft a lot. Since I've lost my parents, I don't think I've made anything. Like, I think maybe since my mom passed away, I might have made something, but I haven't really made anything. I haven't really messed with any of my craft stuff. I've even thought about giving it away or selling it because it's like it no longer really interests me. Some days I feel like I want to do it, and then some days I'm like, nah, I don't feel like messing with that. So, reconnect with something that makes you feel alive. whether it's crafting, whether it's going out with friends, whether it's going to the movies, mountain climbing or biking or going on a trail, whatever makes you feel alive. Revisit old hobbies, explore new places, try new foods, make new friends, see what resonates with you and moving forward. See what you love, see what you don't like. You know, don't be afraid to try new things. Don't be afraid to go new places. Don't be afraid. I packed up and moved when my mom passed away. Even though I had lived in Houston for quite a while, I ended up moving back home after we lost my sister. And then I stayed there, and then when my mom passed away, I ended up moving back. So I ended up packing up, I ended up leaving. I ended up saying, you know what, I don't even want to be near this town. I've been home maybe a couple of times since then. I think I've been to my mom's grave maybe once or twice since she's passed away. It's just not a happy place for me. It's not a place that I love because I just feel like it's so much hurt there. And I can remember my stepdad telling me, you're going to have to face that one day. Well, I ain't facing it no time soon. I'm not ready. And I'm going to take my time in my journey. And I know when it's time for me to really go back and deal with it, I'll be much stronger. I'll be in a better headspace to deal with that. Until then, I'm going to avoid it like the plague. Because I'm still working through my journey and ain't nobody going to force me to do otherwise. Okay? So I want you to do this for me. I want you to ask yourself these 3 powerful questions that I'm going to give you. What values do I want to carry forward? What values do you want to carry forward with you on your journey? I want you to write it down. I want you to list the values you want to bring forward. In 6 months, I want you to visit that. And I want you to see what's changed. Has your values changed? Have what you wanted to accomplish changed? Ask yourself that. Look at it. I want you to ask yourself, what brings me comfort and meaning now? What brings you comfort and meaning now? I want you to write that answer down. And in 6 months, I want you to revisit it. See how you're feeling. See if your answer has changed. See if your outlook has changed. See if the feelings have changed. Question 3. What kind of person do I want to be in this next chapter? What type of person do you want to be going forward? Do you want to be angry and bitter going forward? Do you want to be loved or loving and kind going forward? What kind of person do you want to be going forward? Write that answer down. And in 6 months, I want you to go back and revisit that answer and see what has changed in your journey. This is how you track your progress. This is why I created Pathways to Peace Journal, so you can track your progress in your journey and see, how have I grown? How have I moved forward? What can I continue to do to move forward in my journey? How can I continue to move forward in my journey? Okay? I want you to give yourself permission to dream. I still dream of being this successful entrepreneur. And I'm going to continue to dream of being a successful entrepreneur, because my idea of success is not the world's idea of success. Just like I taught my children, success it can mean a variety of things. It doesn't have to be tied to material things. Success could be in making it through this journey and finding joy or love again. That could be success. It depends on what you want, what you need at that moment. So I'm not going to stop dreaming that my journal business is going to be successful, that my YouTube channel is going to be successful and it's going to help people. That's my dream. That my coaching business is going to be successful and I'm going to get clients and I'm going to help people on this journey. And it's going to give me the fulfillment that I was able to help someone else. It's going to give me the joy in knowing that on this journey, I helped somebody else. It's okay to set new goals and envision a future that is different from what you had planned. My future has changed because after losing my parents, my outlook on life has changed. I've become more, how to say it, it's already independent. But I always had this thought in the back of my mind when my mom passed away, like, oh my God, like if I really got in a bind or needed something, or if anything ever happened to me, I don't have nobody to take care of me. I ain't got nobody to look out for me. If I really wanted to move back home, I have nowhere to go. Like, that was my thoughts. And that terrified me. It really did. It's kind of pushed me now to look at my life, evaluate my life, and say, this is what I want going forward for me. This is what I need going forward for me. Okay? So yeah, you may have to set new goals, and your vision of what you wanted may have changed. It's different now. But you still have a life moving forward. So let's talk about finding a sense of purpose. One thing I always do, and I encourage those in my grief group or those on my YouTube channel that watch the videos to do, is always honor your loved one in a way that feels right to you. I light a candle in the morning when I do my prayers to my mom, to my sister, to my dad, to my uncle, to my aunt, to my loved ones, in honor of them, to let them know as long as this candle is burning, you are in my memory. You're in my heart. And I'm never going to forget you, or what you taught me, or what you did for me in this lifetime. You could try volunteering. Volunteering at a homeless shelter, volunteering at a nursing home. Those are people that sometimes loved ones don't visit. They forget about them. Or loved ones pass away and they're forgotten about. It's always good to volunteer at your local nursing home, to love on those that they just don't get it sometimes. You'll be surprised how many people have nobody that visit them during the holidays, nobody that visit them during regular days, nobody that visits them or writes them or sends them anything or shows them love. You'll be surprised. I know because I've worked in those type of facilities. I've seen it. I've experienced it firsthand. So I know how saddening that can be. That's depressing. That's very depressing. To feel like you're forgotten about. To feel like you have no one. Or nothing. So yeah, volunteering is a great thing. Creating something in your loved one's memory. Like I said, when my mom passed away, I created a blanket with her picture on it, and it says "Forever My Gal" because that's what she used to call everybody. Hey, Gal, how you doing, Gal? That was her word. And so I created this beautiful blanket in honor of my mom. I'm going to see if I can post it in one of my videos. For my dad, I want to create a blanket, but I haven't gotten the opportunity to do that yet. But I am working on it. I just got to come up with the idea of what I want, because I was his favorite child. So, yeah. If my sisters or brother know watching this, yeah, y'all know I was his favorite. So, yes. Allow joy back into your life. So, you don't have to be depressed. You don't have to be oppressed. You don't have to be sad all the time to be grieving. You don't have to be crying all the time to be grieving. You could be smiling. You could be happy. You could be out having fun and still be missing your loved one. It's tons of emotions that come with this. Nothing wrong, nothing right about your emotions. There's tons of emotions that flow with this because grief ebbs and flows. One day you're up, one day you're down, 1 second you're up, 1 second you're down. Like it can hit you at any time because like I remember when my mom first passed away and I got the scent of a perfume that sent me into, oh, I'm at boohoo crying tears. I was in the bathroom hiding at work because baby, I was crying. I was crying off of a scent. Or like now at my current job, there's a guy that comes and he reminds me of my dad. I don't know what it is. I think it's the fact that he's real tall like my dad was. And he just reminds me so much of my dad. So every time I see him, I'm like, Paul. You know, he asks me how I'm doing, and I ask him how he's doing, and I tell him, you know, be safe because he's a truck driver. And it just brings back that little smile of my dad for just a second sometimes. So you can find happiness again. It doesn't mean you're forgetting about your loved one because you're happy. Okay? It means you're carrying the love that they gave you forward. It means that you're carrying the joy that they gave you forward. It means that you're carrying your experience with them forward. Okay? So laughing, being happy in the moment, trying new things, going new places. It never means you're forgetting because they're always going to be a part of your life. I don't care how many years pass by. When a person has touched your life, there is nothing or no one that can make you ever forget about them. Remember that. There's nothing or no one that could ever make you forget about them. When a person has truly touched your life and you have truly loved them. Because grief just means just that. Grief means that you have loved someone or something and you've brought it very near and dear to you. So that's why you grieve. That's why you experience that hurt and that void. It's just a sign that you loved them. They loved you. Okay, or you loved it and it loved you. If it's your pet, if it's your job, it doesn't matter. Surround yourself with people that will support you on your journey. Most of the time when we lose loved ones, I'm sorry y'all, this shirt just don't want to stay on my shoulders. Most of the times when we lose loved ones, excuse me, after a while, the phone calls stop. After a couple of days, the text messages stop. The cards stop coming. The flowers stop showing up, or whatever. The gatherings stop. And you're left to deal with your grief on your own. You're left to deal with the emotions and the feelings and the frustration and the figuring out the arrangements or whatever, sometimes by yourself after everything is all done. And you have to sit with those emotions, with those feelings, with those thoughts, with that anger, with that bitterness, with that whatever emotion you're feeling at the moment. Surround yourself with people that support you. Surround yourself. If somebody said, oh, call me if you need me. If you get to the point where you need somebody, you call that somebody that said, call me if you need me. And if you tell somebody to call you if they need you, you make sure you're available when they call. No matter what you're doing, you drop everything. Because you said, call me if you need me. And most of the time, don't wait for someone to reach out to you. You reach out to them. Reach out to them. After everything has settled, reach out to your loved one that you know took this hard. Reach out to that mother that has lost her child. I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine going through losing one of my babies. Be there for them. Be that ear for them. Just listen. Let them grieve. Walk with them. When they call, answer. Cook them a meal for that man that just lost his wife. Bring him dinner. Bring him dessert. Bring him something. Be there for that mother that just lost her husband, her children's father. Be there. Listen. Help. They may act like they don't need nothing, but deep down inside, they do. They do. If I would have known now what my mom was experiencing when she lost her mother, I would have hugged my mom. I would have loved on my mom. I would have 100% poured myself out, but at that moment I was young. I was real young. My grandmother passed away, I think I had just made 20, because I was a new mother, and I was also pregnant but to have another baby when my grandmother passed away. But if I'd have known then what I know now, I would have hugged my mama so tight, because I didn't know the pain she was going through, because she hid it so well. And I know she heard us all cry. But oh, I did not know the pain, the void that leaves in your life. Reach out to your loved one. Be there for them. Encourage them. Okay, so if you run across this video, you know someone that's recently lost someone, please just be there for them. Just be an ear. And if you've lost someone, reach out to your loved ones. Don't shut them off. I know you want to shut everybody out. You want to shut everybody off. You don't want to be around anybody. I understand that. I really do. I sympathize with you, but you're going to need those that want to be there for you. And you're going to know when a person truly and sincerely wants to be there for you. You're going to know. Because they're going to call. They're going to text. They're going to show up. I know when I lost my mom, I walked my journey by myself. And I had my boyfriend. He had recently lost his mom, so he knew what it was like. But I don't think he was as close to his mother as I was to mine. Because, baby, I saw my mama just about every day. And there were times, I ain't gonna lie, I got frustrated with it. Like, lady, look, I'm just getting off from work at 12 hours and I'm ready to go to home and take a shower and eat and go to bed so I can do this again. And there were days that I was like, I want to see you every day. You get on my nerves. I did. Like, my mama saw this guy, so she get on my nerves. She want me to see her every day. If only I knew her time was winding down, I wouldn't have complained, not one bit. Because I didn't complain when she called me and told me, come get a plate. But she knows I was, girl, look, your girl is tired. I left an hour from work, from where work was an hour from where I lived, and then an hour back. I just used to be tired, y'all. But anyway, check on those that have lost someone near and dear to them. Check on them. Be there for them. If you're watching this video and you know someone that has lost someone recently, be there for them. I mean, it's simple, y'all. It's simple. Simple. And if you're the one experiencing loss, reach out to someone that you trust and someone that will listen. Someone that'll help you through this journey. Even if that person is me, you don't have to know me to reach out to me. Instead, this is what I just need somebody to talk to. I'll listen. I ain't nothing else to do. I'll listen. Reach out to me. Let's talk. Let's get through this together. That's why I'm here. So reach out to communities. There are Facebook communities such as my Grief to Grace group. You can reach out, post what you're going through. Don't be afraid to post. You can post anonymously. Post your story. Tell your story. Why are you in this grief group? What brought you here? What are you dealing with on your journey with grief? You know, there are Facebook communities. There are forums. There's therapy. There's my journal, Pathways to Peace. It has resources for you that you can reach out to different organizations and get the help you need if you need therapy. Okay? Yes, grief changes you, but that doesn't mean you're lost. Just because you're changed don't mean you're lost. And your life still has meaning. No matter what you're going through. No matter where you are on this journey, whether it's the beginning of the journey, the end of the journey, the middle of the journey, you're not lost. And you still have purpose. You still have meaning in this life. Yes, I know you're hurting. And yes, I know that hurt runs deep. But there's purpose in your loss. It may not seem like it. I never thought I'd be telling people about my journey, talking to people about how I feel. I never thought open myself up this much to anyone, let alone the internet. Because once it's out there, it's out there. But I'm here. And I'm helping others. And it makes me feel good that somebody's being helped by my videos. Someone's getting something from the videos or from the journal or from the group. Somebody's getting something. If I reach one person, I've reached a million to me. Because that one soul means the world to me. Making a difference in one person's life means the world to me. Being able to be there for one person would mean the world to me. It means I've accomplished what I'm here to do. So I want to thank you for watching. If this video, I can't talk today. If this video has resonated with you in any kind of way, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can see when I post or when I go live, whenever I'm able to go live. And also join my group on Facebook. It's called Grief to Grace Support Group. And I'm going to put the link to my group in the description, as well as the link to my journal, which is available on Amazon for purchase, in the description box. I hope you guys had a great time. I hope you learned something. I want you to let me know in the comments, how has grief changed you? Let me know. I'm interested in reading your comments. I love when people comment on the videos. It lets me know they're watching. They're getting the support they need. And hey, I'm helping somebody. That makes my day. So until I see you next time, peace. And remember, this too shall pass.